Hello, people of YouTube. Welcome to my channel. Sorry, I'm on my shitty phone. It's also 1 o'clock in the morning here. My name is Shannon. I am 26 years old. And 2 days ago, I caught my boyfriend cheating. And we broke up. This isn't how I wanted to start my channel. I've been thinking about doing this for ever, but I don't know, I just never did. But now I have a lot to say. I have a lot of shit to get out. And this is going to be like my personal diary or whatever. I don't know, like a vlog channel maybe, I guess, if people give a shit. But yeah, maybe I should just tell the story of that to start with. So anyways, my now ex-boyfriend and I have been together for, well, we would have been together for 5 years in August. But for the last 6+ months, our life has been kind of shitty. I'm gonna be real. It sucked. Not necessarily a relationship, but just like the situations that we kept finding ourselves in. Starting last October, we found ourselves houseless, pretty much. Our landlord at the time wasn't doing anything to fix up the place, and I had just given birth to our son. Yes, we have a son together. And there were rats, pretty much. We had a rat problem, and he wasn't doing anything to fix it. And obviously, I'm not gonna have my kid living in a fucking rat-infested house, so we moved in with his brother. And everything was fine. I mean, there are some like personality differences, but like, when isn't there gonna be, you know, when you have roommates and that kind of stuff. But we were there for 4 months, 5 months, 4 months? I think 4 months. And towards the end of that, they started like kind of not getting along and that kind of stuff. Like, they're close, but they're not close at the same time. They had a lot of shit go down in their life, and their mom died horrifically. I'm not going to get into that, but I think they have, like, both have emotions and feelings and memories and shit that they've bottled up and haven't dealt with, and are just unresolved emotions and shit. And, you know, when you deal with a trauma like that, shit happens, you know. And so they got into a fight, and so we lost our housing again, and in between that time, I found out I was pregnant again, and then I had a miscarriage. So that added more stress on top of that. And so we moved into my parents' house, which is where I'm at right now. And that was the beginning of January. It was right after New Year's. But we moved in here, and don't get me wrong, I love my parents. I love my parents to death. They're great people. But they're also very, very negative people at the same time. They can be very cynical, and they can find a lot of negative things to bitch about. It's one of those situations where you love them, but you just can't live with them kind of thing. And so that put a lot of stress on us. Their negativity kind of wore off on both of us, and we kind of treated each other like shit. And I didn't have a job at the time. I just recently got a job like a week ago. But I've been really trying. I keep losing my viewfinder. It feels weird to be looking in there. I just want to look at myself. I'd been trying to find a job, and I mean, I had interviews, but you know, there's always people that have more experience than you do, you know. But it was just really, really stressful, and I completely understand that. And I completely understand that, you know, like I'll admit that I was negative, and I did things and said things that, you know, weren't so nice. I mean, like, I didn't like treat him like shit, but you know, I mean, when you're under stress, you can be mean, and you can be negative and that kind of shit. I mean, negativity wears off on people so easily. But the last month or so, it was like he changed. He got really distant and didn't want to talk about anything and kept to himself, and you know, just I don't want to say our love life, but like essentially our love life dwindled, and we just weren't close anymore, you know. We didn't cuddle, we barely kissed, we barely said I love you to each other, and all of that. And I tried talking to him. I tried, you know, sparking up a relationship again. I tried to be more affectionate, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what his problem was. Obviously I thought it was me. Everybody thinks that automatically. But I just, you know, shit started going downhill. Our relationship started going downhill, and I panicked. You know, I tried at first to be basically all up in his face, trying to fix it, trying to be, you know, give him attention and fucking all this other shit. That didn't work, and so I figured, you know, I'd give him some space. So I kind of just took a step back and, you know, just stopped kind of nagging him, asking what's wrong, and just kind of let him do his own thing, and, you know, that kind of stuff. But about a week ago, more like almost 2 weeks ago, I kept having like a gut feeling. My intuition is fucking on point, by the way, with pretty much anything. People, situations, you know, that kind of stuff. My radar for negative shit, and my intuition is like 100% like on point. I just had a feeling something was going on. I didn't quite know what, but I felt like, you know, he was talking to somebody else, because he's already just like a really average, like, phone person. He's always on his phone. He's always on Facebook playing a stupid game or, you know, whatever. But it felt different this time, and I just felt like he was talking to someone that he shouldn't be talking to, you know. And 2 days ago, we were in bed. He was asleep. Our son was asleep. I was wide awake. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I know it's so bad to do this, and I don't condone it. And I always hate it when people talk about getting on their partner's phone. I don't like it. I feel like it's a sort of invasion of privacy, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I could not stop thinking about it. I had to know because he wasn't talking to me, you know. I mean, he didn't, I mean, we talked, but like, it was more like, what do you want to do for dinner? Or, you know, has he eaten or whatever like that. We haven't like actually like legitimately talked about anything. And I was just fucking losing my mind. And so I snuck onto his phone. I grabbed his phone. He was sleeping. He had it next to him on the floor. And I snuck it. Snook it? Snook it. I snuck it and took it to the bathroom. And I went through his messages and I found messages of him talking to a girl. I'm not going to say her name, anything like that. But he was talking to her in a way that he should not have been talking to her. I'm not going to go into detail about the messages, but it's not that they were even like overtly sexual or anything like that. There wasn't anything super like dirty or anything. Like there wasn't even pictures of, they didn't say even pictures or anything. But it was just in a way that they shouldn't have been talking. You don't talk to just a friend like this, if you get my drift. And it was like my heart stopped. It was like the breath was knocked out of me. I was immediately infuriated. Because here I was, you know, trying to do all these things to get him to talk to me. I've basically been sitting here in the sidelines just waiting for him to come back around to me, you know. I mean, we've been together for 5 years. You know, the spark eventually fades. It does. I'm not going to sit here and tote that love is just this magical fucking story fairy tale thing. It's not like that. In the beginning, yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. There's sparks. There's butterflies in the tummy. It's all that stuff. But eventually, you know, that stuff fades away and you're just two people making a choice to be together every day, you know. But like I said, I was instantly infuriated. And I read enough to know the gist of what they were doing. They weren't doing anything like sexual or anything that it was emotionally cheating, that kind of stuff. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know if they did it or anything like that. But that's not the point, you know. And so I immediately I stormed into the bedroom and I poked him on the butt or the hip or whatever. And he's like, what? And I was like, who the fuck is blah? Like, who the fuck is blah, blah, blah? And he's like, what? Like, I'm like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are you talking to, you know? And he was like, like, you know, because first off, I just woke him out of a sound sleep, and second off, it just came out of nowhere for him. And so I'm sure he was like, what is going on? What's happening? I don't understand. And then he realized that I had his phone. And then he realized what was going on. And we went into a different room. We went into a different bedroom. And we kind of talked about it in a little. I was so, like, shocked and upset and pissed that I couldn't even, like, think. Like, all I could do is just keep asking him, why would you do this? Why would you do this? You know? Just why? Why would you do this? I just kept repeating, like, you know, I've been trying to talk to you. I've been trying to work it out with you. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you just talk to me, you know? And he was just saying, like, you know, I've been unhappy in our relationship for a little while. And, you know, I've just been trying to distance myself to see if my feelings would change and all this other bullshit like that. And I'm just like, why would you do this? You know, we have a family together. We have a little boy. Like, We've been together for 5 years. Like, why? Why would you do this, you know? It's like, why couldn't you have just talked to me? And then, you know, we continued to kind of talk about it, and I was just like, so what, this is it? You know, we're breaking up then? You're leaving me for some chick? And he's like, yeah, we're breaking up. I don't know if I'm leaving you for this chick or whatever. You know, we've only been talking for like a week, and I guess she's some chick that he went to school with. They dated a super long time ago. And so it's like, basically we just broke up. And I told him I wanted him to leave. And so he did. He packed a little like overnight bag or whatever. And he left. And that was that. Today, 2 days later, before I went to work, I had packed all of his clothes in bags and a couple boxes and stuff, and like his toiletries and shit, and his baseball gear because he's an umpire. And he took them and he hung out with our son for about an hour, and then I had to start getting ready for work, so he left. And I haven't talked to him since. It's been 48 plus hours now. It's been 2 days since it all went down. And I don't know what to do. I really don't. I have so many emotions and feelings, and I'm confused, and I'm lost, and it's like I can't even wrap my head around it, you know. It's like it hasn't even really hit me yet. It's like my whole world exploded, and I've been left abandoned with the pieces, just sitting here wondering, what is this? What am I doing? What just happened? You know, it's like I've been hit by a fucking car. I can't sleep. I've barely eaten. I've lost 4 pounds in 2 days. I mean, though I can stand to lose weight, obviously, but it's still not a healthy way of going about it, definitely. I don't know what to do. And I have so many thoughts and feelings that are bouncing around in my head that I have to get out. And that's why I am doing this. I don't know if anybody will even give a shit enough to watch them, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, welcome to Life as I Know It. I think that's what my channel title is going to be, Life as I Know It, because this is life as I know it. Every day is life as I know it, you know. Whatever.